Bob's going to help me out here. Not really. He'll help me out with some other stuff, but he is hanging out with me today as we talk about sensitivity and stealing. Now, why that's important is because Bob has more power than me. So he has maybe a marker that works. He has 120 units of force. I have 100 units of force, meaning Bob's stronger than I am. He's bigger than I am. He's tougher than I am, whatever it is. Now, whether it's even or even less, even if he has less, but thinking about someone being bigger and stronger than you, it kind of helps with the process of learning. Whatever it is, if Bob puts in 120 units of force, he's hitting full power, and I need to grab that with 120 units of force to take control of it, I can't because I don't have that. So sensitivity becomes really important because I gain greater understanding. I get the tactile, visual, timing, everything in there that's going to help me understand and manipulate this force, whatever that punch, that kick, whatever it might be, the push, whatever that is. I have the greater understanding to then take control of that and make it mine because I don't need to use equal amounts of force. It's not a 1-for-1 ratio anymore. It becomes, so if you've got a 1-to-1, he's got more, I lose. We don't want to do that anymore. So if we can make it a 1-to-10, that's really great. That means I only need to use 10% of this force, not my force, 10% of this force to take control of it. Now, how do I know? Well, that's what sensitivity training is all about. You go in there and you figure it out and you're making your best guess. Now, ideal numbers, and we're using easy numbers to just understand the idea. Applying it, it takes a little bit more, and you have to gain understanding by doing the training, right? Don't skip out and think you can watch one of these things and be like, I know how to fight now, because you don't. You got to go do shitloads of training. But that's kind of the fun part. If you don't want to do the tons of training, I don't know why you're watching my channel. Like, I don't know. Maybe you think I'm more handsome. So he takes 120. It's a 1-to-1. I need 12. I got 12. I can do 12. Pretty easy, right? Not that big of a deal. Now, as that number goes bigger and bigger and bigger, and you say, well, what happens if you don't judge it properly? Well, maybe I take and I apply 20 units of force instead of 12. It's a little bit more, but it's more than Bob here is prepared to deal with because now it's 140 units of force and he's overcompensated. That means he's lost control of it. That's what I need to do. So as we go through our training, we want to work on whatever the movement is. If the movement goes this way and he's using 100 units of force, what do I need right here to take control? Right? How do I take control? What do I need? Well, to start, I need 100 units of force, and then it's mine, right? If we get better, I only need 50 units of force to make it mine. Then we get more, we get better, I need 10 units of force. If you're trying to think about what this is like, if you've ever ridden a horse and you're using the reins to guide the horse, if you've driven a car that doesn't have power steering and you kind of get it going and then turn, that's the same thing. You turn, you understand the mechanics of it and how to do it very efficiently. That's what we're doing. It is in motion, just like that car with no power steering. Hopefully I said no power steering, because if it has power steering, it doesn't really matter. You just do it anyway. But if it has no power steering, then you have to work a little bit. You have to use the timing and sensitivity. If you've done that, especially if it's in a clutch, if you have to like push the clutch down, put it in gear, and then let off the clutch, push the gas, and turn the wheel all at the same time in a short space, tight area, you know what I'm talking about. It takes a little bit of doing. And probably the first time you did it, you screwed up like I did. Well, it's because we didn't have the sensitivity. We didn't have that experience to be able to do it. As we gain experience, we gain better sensitivity and awareness of when and how much to do it, and it becomes very smooth. And smooth is what we're looking for. So as we can decrease this and decrease this and decrease this, so now maybe I only need 1 unit of force to there, and that is an extreme ideal goal for us to go to. But so you could see it. Well, what does that matter? Well, if he has 1,000 units of force and I only have 100 units of force, that's going to be a lot easier for me to do. Because even if I overcompensate and I go with 10, meaning I go full out, I can still take control. And that's what we want to be able to do. Because if you can take control, you can manipulate. And if you can manipulate, you can create an opening. And if you can create an opening, you can hit the opening. And then you have a possibility of winning. Not a guarantee, but a possibility. Anyway, hope you like this. Drop your comments down below. Check out some of my other videos. And let me know what you'd like to see next. Talk to you soon. Bye.